Kid Dale in the house.
Hey.
Thanks for coming down and teaching an awesome seminar.
Thank you. Thank you for having me here. This is really cool, man. I love this little place. This is sick.
We have fun, yeah.
Oh, man. That was cool. That was fun. That was
It's been a while, right? You said that since you've taught a seminar?
Since 2018, I think was the last time, or 19 was the last time I was doing like a lot of seminars. So to go back in there from just training and to be like, okay, I got to teach. It's one thing, it's one thing developing the skill to be able to do something. It's another thing discovering what that is and being able to articulate it so others can absorb that information. Yeah. And that's the hard bit of teaching, really.
Yeah, I appreciate how you break things down, just concepts that way. I really appreciate that. People can teach a lot of different techniques, right? But if you don't understand the bigger picture of things,
I feel like there's definitely a missing connection when it comes to a lot of coaching where they try and just teach people how they do things rather than why they do things.
Why?
And that's fine. The problem that arises from that is when you teach someone how to do something, then they just know how to do that one thing. When you teach them why you do something, then they can change how they do it, because they have a rule for how to apply that, and they can just find many ways to do it. So as you can see from my seminar, I try and focus more on teaching them why they're doing certain things so they can be more flexible with how they're doing it. And I think that... and you would know this is at a high level when you compete. People have seen almost everything. There's very few things that you can show them that that's new. So what's most important is how you deceive, the people that you're competing against. So I think it's much more powerful when you know why you're doing something, because then you can sit there and select, you'll have, like, I have a whole heap of techniques I can do, but what are you least going to expect? And then you're going to be far more successful. And I feel like a lot of my success in rolling has been dictated just by me being able to deceive somebody, Obviously, and I was saying this in the seminar to one guy I might have been to the group, when I'm doing anything, or if I'm in any position, there's two major things that are going through my head. First is, what do they think I'm going to do? The second is, what do I think they're going to do? And if I'm accurate with both of those predictions, then I'm going to be successful with whatever I do. Of course, at the start, when you don't have anything to do, success is going to be extremely limited. But once you have a couple of things and you start developing a bit of a skill set, then it's really important to be able to read somebody, And we do this constantly in every day, Even when I'm talking to you now, I'm reading, is he listening to me?